Hello everyone and welcome back to Hearthlands, where in this episode we're going to be checking out the third campaign mission. I consider these four probably tutorial missions. They're slowly introducing new elements and also introducing us to the factions and their individual kinds of production chains. In this one we're going to be trying mission 3, Wolves and Spiders, which will introduce us to the Southerner faction. So let's get in there and see what we need to do. Okay, this land is rather barren. Nothing but cotton and grapes can grow. That's a very peculiar selection. So we have to rely on our neighbours to provide us with food. Clothes and wine, on the other hand, are great trade. So we shall easily make a profit. Oh, that's very good to hear. Now, it's in this mission that we're going to be introduced to lore, which allows us to do various research. We'll cover that as we approach it. We've got a wizard's tower there. We'll need to buy all of our food from our neighbours this time. Build wineries to produce alcohol. One winery can harvest grapes from 24 grape plots in 1 year. Build clothier shops to produce clothes. You will need one weaver, one shop, one crow's lodge, and 24 cotton plots per every clothier's shop. Very well. We need a place which has, ideally, a little bit of everything we want. Now, down here we have probably the better cluster of mines. In fact, by far the better cluster of mines. Okay, I think we're going to settle somewhere around here, I think, would be a good place. So let's lay down our main set of houses. So we'll go with the initial design that I started using in this Let's Play, which is 8 houses with a little bit of a gap between them so that I can place beautification objects there. Now, we're not going to have food, but I think in this particular build, we're going to emphasize getting the things that we need right away. So the first thing, we're going to need a peddler's tent. We'll place that there. Now, unfortunately for us, a storage yard will always quite drastically pull down the appeal of an area, but that shouldn't be too bad. It roughly has an appeal effect of 3 tiles, so no matter what, this area should be reasonably safe. Next, we are going to want an apothecary. We need these things, so let's set this up first and foremost to accept medicine. In fact, to get medicine, we want at least 12 medicine down here. What kind of trade routes have we got for food? Eggs, fairly cheap and cheerful. We don't really have any good trade routes to sell just yet. It's going to take us a little while. But okay, we'll set up a purchase of eggs. So this will also get eggs up to 12. Now then, we're going to want, I'm going to say 2 market stalls. I just like having 2 because it means that you don't run into the problem where you can't buy anything simply because you've filled up your 1 market stall. It gives us a little bit of a buffer. Now then, we can see that there are some areas around here that aren't exactly desirable, so we'll build it down and away from those points instead of toward them. There we go, because we are definitely going to need a lot of people down here. And up there. Now then, we've got this little area over here where we're probably not going to be building any houses, so we could look to build. Well, we're going to need medicine. Medicine is one of the main things we're going to need to get. In fact, let's build the road out from there as well, because I did notice that a couple of mushrooms up here. Now, mushrooms do take a little while to grow, so it would be ideal for us to be able to gather mushrooms that are already growing. So we'll build our, let's see, not Weaver's Shop, Herbalist Shop. There we are. We'll build that right there, and we'll also want a woodcutter's lodge. Now, you'll notice a lot of new buildings over here, and I'll actually cover those in just a second. We'll also need a forester's lodge, and this one can actually can plant whatever. I'm happy for that one to plant both trees and mushrooms. Now, this should only accept medicine and logs. I'm just going to let it, I'll allow them to accept it to 12 so that neither one will fill this out. Now, if we have a look down here, you'll notice mining buildings. We've also got the mason now, so we can just have the mason mine regular stone note. However, we've also got quarries. Now, quarries are a wonderful building. You don't always have these kinds of buildings in these sorts of games, because quite often the games will give you a finite amount of resources on a map, and that's just what you have to build around. But if we research the quarries, which we would need research in various levels of mining, then we can build a building that is not tied to a specific resource node and can simply gather this material from deep underground. It effectively gives us infinite supply. Now, we've talked about lore a little bit, and that's something that we're going to be gathering, much as we do with the Minstrels Guild. We'll be building a library, and I just noticed that is all kinds of off. Oh, makes my brain hurt. My goodness, that makes my brain hurt too. When you just have these gaps in the road. No, go away. There we go. I know I just wasted money. I know. It hurts me too. Please, just shh. Don't bring it up. Right, okay, so I think we're going to build these last homes out in this direction over here. There we go. And we'll get rid of you for now and build this around. There we are. So that's this whole district taken care of. Now our first delivery is on its way. So we still need a couple of people. So I'm gonna wait until we've got a surplus of workers before I start expanding. But we are going to want alcohol next pretty soon. But whilst we're waiting, this is a research. Click over here, we've got three different tabs: economy, trade and diplomacy, and military. And in each one, we've got various things that we can research up to 3 different levels. As you can see, some of the prices are not insubstantial. Quite a lot of lore required for these. But here is mining, and this would be one of the first things I'll probably be aiming for, so that we can unlock quarries, and then we no longer have to rely on anything like this. Right, looks like these buildings should upgrade fairly soon. New trade route available. That's very, very nice. We can now trade wine away, but we're going to need it ourselves before we get to that point, I'm afraid. We've got the medicine, so that should be being hauled down, which is grand. Do we have anything else? No, I really don't want to buy bread. I would like to buy 2 different types of foods, but I'm not going to buy bread for the time being. Okay, there we go. We're now starting to see a little bit of unemployment creeping up, and contrary to what your gut might tell you, that's actually a good thing. It means we've got enough workers to do other things. Now, the first thing we really deeply need is alcohol. We need quite a lot of it, I'm going to say, so I'm going to go ahead and build 3 breweries. And we'll take this out over there. There we go. Now that will start bringing us in some wine. I'll place down a trade post there that is set to just accept wine. And I just want that to take wine. Now, how many workers? We're short by 42. That's unfortunate. But we haven't yet upgraded all of these. So we may possibly be able to get a couple more in it. Well, actually, it looks like we're going to be a little bit shy on these. I probably shouldn't have gone for 3 straight away. But this should be okay for the time being, I think. We're only shy by a little bit. Let's actually have a look. Yeah, we're not shy by very much at all. So I'm going to let some time pass so that we can build up some wine. And then once we've got wine flowing into our town, these houses should upgrade. And I'll bring you back at that point. So see you soon. Oh, here we go. We've got our first request. Okay, the Week of Sandtoft. Hello, good neighbour. We've started a new project and could really use some help with resources. Could you spare us 3,200? We can wait 8 months for it. Yeah, okay. You're asking for like 1/10 of my money, but alright. I accept. Yes. Dispatch. We'll get plus 40 opinion bonus with them. Okay. Thank you for the shipment, friend. We knew we could count on you. I'm glad. But we finally got alcohol. Hooray! Alcohol be delivered. Please accept our friendly gift of 16 loads of wine. Why couldn't you have asked for that earlier when I would happily have played it? I mean, I could have just started a trade route, but it was the principle. Yes, accept the wine. There we go. Right, we actually need somewhere which can accept this wine directly. And I would like that somewhere to be here. Let's get this set up. go ahead and bring down the wine. There we go. And we'll store just 12 of them. That should be fine. There we are. In fact, at that point, as you may have noticed, I've put a little bit of beautification around the town just because I really wanted to, basically. I don't need other reason than that. Right, there we are. We're starting to upgrade these homes. Fantastic. Now then, we're going to want to get set up a bit of furniture industry. So how about we set that up down here? Let's just put a little road running into the woods down here. Should be fine. And we'll have a little split off there so that we can build some production buildings there. So first thing we want a woodcutter right there. You will do nicely. Next, we are going to want a storage area so that we can have these logs stored. Let's have them going... Sure, we'll have it right there. And all I want from you is to accept logs. We're going to have a reasonable amount of them. Actually, we'll also accept... oops, I completely messed that up. We'll also accept planks there as well. There we go. And next up, we're going to want a sawmill. And we can place the sawmill right there, for example. And then finally, the Carpenter Shop can go... we'll pop the Carpenter Shop up there. We'll have a single gathering spot for all of our furniture. Go ahead and just accept that. Over here then, we are going to set up furniture. The furniture can be stored along with the wine. Marvelous. We have got stupid amounts of wine. This is glorious. Right, begin trading. I want all of the monies, please. We'll trade with you first. Actually, we'll trade with both of you. We're gonna have so much money. And from you, I would now like to purchase cheese, please and thank you. We're gonna need another storage location then to store the cheese as well. So let's set that up. There we go. Though I should be certain and make sure that we're not going to buy ridiculous amounts of these things. If we can't store, if we can't store an additional any more than 16, then don't buy any more than 16. Basically, wait until we've used some up and carted it off. There we go. That should do nicely. We've already got the furniture starting to build up. Perfect. Taxes, however, have not been collected. My lord, that just won't do. No, not even slightly. Oh, you know what? I think I like this idea. Oh, I really do. Oh, yes. Okay. You can live there, and then we're going to build a garden around you, like so, and it's going to be grand. We will allow the peons to come visit the manor through there. There we go. And what other beautiful things can we do here? I would like probably some potted plants on the way in. And we're going to do some other lovely things in this area as well. Now, up here. Now, these ones, I'm a little bit surprised that you can't upgrade, because these are kind of reaching across there. But we're definitely going to want another few buildings, so let's pop these down. We're going to want, first and foremost, a tax office, and secondly, a constabulary to deal with things. Now, how are we doing? We've still got a worker shortage of 30. Wow. Okay, I'm pretty impressed that we're still shy on that. Okay, well, the next thing for us to do... Ooh, are you, like, really unhappy? Ooh, wow, okay. Maybe that has affected the appeal. Does that... Oh, it does. Ah, no one wants to live near the tax office. Surprisingly. I mean, honestly, that is a little bit of a surprise, because usually the way these things happen is a place like a tax office is just completely ridiculously well decorated, because so much money exists there. Anywhere where money is made or accrued tends to be fairly lavish, in my experience. So there we go. That should sort all of that out. Now, I am noticing a bit of a pain with food. So with that said, we can't buy anymore. That's terrible, actually. That's quite terrible. Quite terrible indeed. I'm not liking that. Not one little bit. I mean, I could buy more beer and cider and maybe mead. Realistically, mead might suffice. Slightly. But, you know, not really. Right. We're going to... Since we've got so much wine just sitting there, I think we're actually going to set up a second storage spot for it. Go ahead and just accept wine, please. Since that's one of our major trade resources. Now, we should have a couple more workers coming by. Wow, they have really messed up our prettiness in this area. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, well, let's give you... let's add a little bit of greenery around here. This is going to be the main area that we've got set up like this. There we go. That should improve things. There we are. I knew that would work. And what I'm going to do over here, though, is have some nice flowers on the other side. In here, we'll have another tree. That is a... Can that not fit? There we go. Perfect. Okay, so those houses are all pretty happy. And finally, we've got a bit of unemployment again. Okay, now then. Oh, trade amount increased. Good. We should be moving a fair bit of money into our coffers shortly. And if we're selling wine to everyone, that's going to be fairly good. I'm going to insist that we keep at least 16, though. But that should be fairly nice. I really wish there was more food, though. Okay, we're going to have to go to the world map and see who has food. Who has food to sell? They have bread. They have bread and iron. We're already buying the cheese. I'd like to go for the worst, frankly. Let's send you a gift. I'm going to send you 16 wine. Send. There we go. Hopefully, that is going to result in a fairly big effect. Thank you for your gift of 16 loads of wine, ruler. It's good that there are some decent people still left in our realm. What a mercenary way of thinking of the world. I'm glad that you're a decent person because you gave me things for free. That means you're a good person. I like you more now. Nevertheless, that is exactly what we need because we desperately need bread. Damn it. It's horrible not being able to make our own food. Oh well. Right, well, while all of that's going on, I think it is probably high time that we build some other fairly important buildings. Sure. How about we get a couple over here then? So, what we're going to do is dig that away. And... actually, no. We'll build that up. Now, how are we going to place these down? I'd like a library. Right bang smack there. And we will build a grassy area up and around it. Oh, no! Apparently the peasants think they can do anything these days, my lord. A bag of 1,471 has just been stolen by some burglar right from the tax office. We shall build more constabularies or put these peasants to work. Blast! There wasn't even that much unemployment. Come back here, you scallywag! What a douche. Right, I would like a path going straight up there. Ah, look at that. So pretty. And we'll have these going all the way around. There we are. I'm not sure what I'm going to put over there yet. But that looks really nice. Hello, good neighbour. We've started a new project. Really? All my money is going? Okay, fine. Yes, dispatch. There you go. Don't say I never do anything for you. Alright, well, we could expand our population a lot more. Ooh, logs? Really? I mean, I don't really need logs. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm going to throw them away. But thank you, I guess. That was kind of a nice thought, I suppose. Oh, thank goodness we can buy bread. Yes, please. In fact, buy all of the bread. If we can't store 16, again, don't buy any more. But hopefully it's going to be good enough. Now, the main thing is making sure that we are actually selling enough wine to be able to keep up with this. So I'm going to go ahead and place down a couple more breweries. One there. Another, well, by couple, I mean 3 more, which is not really a couple. Nevertheless, I'm going to place them down. There we go. Perfect. Right, that should bring in more than enough wine to take care of everything we need to do. Now, to upgrade further, we need clothes. And right now, we need to get to level 7. I believe these are level 5. The next thing, though, I wouldn't mind starting to bring in a little bit of lore. So, with that in mind, let's go and place down... have we already built the library? Oh, yes, we built the library. What I want, then, is the Minstrels Guild. So, let's pop you down right there. And once again, build a little road in there. There we go. And place some beautiful hedges all the way around. I really like the decorations in this game. My goodness. It's like this game was built for me. Though that is getting on my nerves a little bit. So let's make that a slight bit nicer, shall we? Some flowers on the sides there. And we'll do the same over here as well. There we are. And some flowers. Hopefully the right colour. I'd really like them to be the same colour, I'll be honest with you. I'd like them to be that colour specifically. Come on. No? Let's try again. I'm gonna keep doing this until I get the right... No? Is this perhaps set by the map? Ah, it looks like it is. It looks like each space has some sort of hidden variable. Maybe it's the colour is assigned based on the coordinates. Oh, well. I guess I can make do... Well, that, you can stay since you're right. But we'll do this over here as well. There we go. So silly to be so finicky about something like that, but I am, damn it. And I refuse to apologize. Okay, next thing though is we are going to need... Well, we've got plenty of food coming down, but I need to make sure that there's more being stored. Have we only got cheese going in here? Okay, well then we need to summon the bread. That should be good. Okay, we are going to need some clothing setup. So, where are we going to do this? We could probably set that up here, honestly, and it'll be still fairly close to the trade depot, which is where I'm going to want it to be. So, let's set this up. All we want here is clothing to be accepted. Down here, I'm going to say that we're probably going to want clothing specifically requested. There we go. Perfect. And up here. Now, clothing is a little bit more involved. We're going to need farms. We're going to need textile areas. Accept our lavish gift of 8 logs. I don't need logs. Why? Why do you mock me with these log shenanigans? My goodness. Let's build this out. Right, we're going to need first somewhere growing cotton for us. So let's place a couple of these down. I'm going to leave a little bit of room. We're going to have the cotton farms here. How many people have we got? Oh dear. You want 4,800? Alright, you may have it. Dispatch. You're welcome. We've got not quite enough workers as is, so we'll just build one cotton farm for now. There we go. Build that up there. Now we are going to need to store this, so let's also build an area. Specifically, this one is going to accept cotton and... Where are you? You're going to accept cotton and textiles to 12 on each. There we are. And then over here, we're going to need our weaver's shop. Oh, no, really? But we've got an apothecary. Wow, how annoying. But we need a weaver's shop first. We'll place the weaver's shop just here, and they can drop the textiles off. And then we need a clothier's shop right there. And that should take care of everything. It's going to take a little while to grow it out, but that should be fine in the end. We can expand our workforce though, and we absolutely should at this point. So let's go ahead and do that down there. And the same over here, because we have got a lot of jobs we're going to need to fill. We've got plenty of food at this point, or we should have plenty of food. Doesn't look like our peddlers are really getting out there fast enough. No, I'm disliking how frequently I'm seeing areas demanding more food. So let's get another peddler's set up right there, just to help with the with distributing all of the food and furniture and the likes, and ultimately also the clothing. And that's the thing, the peddler has to distribute so much. The apothecary has to distribute one thing, just one. So typically if I'm going to build 2 of anything, but only of one of the 2, it'll be the peddlers. Now it's going to take ages for this to be set up, unfortunately. How's my population? Nowhere near good enough. Hooray! It looks like we're starting to build up our first clothing. Oh, fantastic. Now that's going to cause a couple of our houses to upgrade, or well, rather 1 or 2 probably, until we get quite a lot more clothing down here. But now that that's happening, we can start to very gradually increase the amount of production over there. But there we go. All of these houses are now likely to upgrade. That's fantastic. Let's see how they upgrade. Oh no, they need furniture. Never mind, the upgrading shall cease. Nevertheless, though, we're going to build some more cotton farms. There we go. That's the first part in the chain, and then we'll build a little bit more as and when the opportunity arrives, I think. Well, actually, are these... Oh, there we go. They've all upgraded. Now they need boots. My goodness. We can't yet make boots, so that's not going to happen. But these should be level 7 abodes. Perfect. Now, we've got 4 of the 24 that we need, which is rather grand, if you ask me. We are going to need more clothing, though, I think. We're probably going to need a lot more clothing. On that note, though, I would say we probably also need a lot more furniture. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and expand this area out a little bit. We want 1 more woodcutter. Well, that being said, I'm not sure if we need an extra woodcutter. So, instead of doing that, let's build an extra sawmill and just see how that goes. If we see a large stockpile of planks starting to build up, then we know what to do. At the moment, we'll just watch for a backlog. Once we've got a backlog, I'll build the second Carpenter's workshop. Yeah, it's the furniture that's really quite a problem at the moment, I would say. Hopefully with 2 of these, they're going to be able to run for 1 carpenter fairly well. Except our lavish gift of 8 loads of cotton. That's actually pretty good. Thank you very, very much. That will do us very, very well. Perfect. I approve. We shouldn't have any trouble then in terms of clothing for quite a while. Dare I? Yes, we've got enough room. I'm going to set up a second weaver there, so to make sure that we've got quite a lot of bolts of textile fabric for the clothier to make the clothes out of. Everything seems to be going a little bit better down here. We've got plenty of furniture being made, or at least it's being made a lot faster than it used to be. That, however, not so good. Everywhere needs it at the same time. I mean, we're running 2 of these pretty much non-stop. Okay, we're starting to see a backlog now, so it's time to plonk down the second Carpenter's workshop. There we go. We should see things again a little bit better now. Okay, well, I'm going to update a bit of the beautification around here. Get these places that seem to kind of hover back and forth with not being able to evolve because of the decorations, and hopefully when you return we'll be about to complete this step of the tutorial. But judging by the time, that's probably going to have to wait until the next episode. So I do hope you've enjoyed this one and will be joining me for the next. It looks like this will be the first of the multi-part, multi-episode levels, if you will. So as I said, the game does get a little bit more complex, and not simply because you're waiting for stuff to happen, just because you've got more things to do. So I hope you have enjoyed that aspect. I know some people were worried a little bit about the simplicity, but remember, these are just tutorial levels. Nevertheless, I will see you in the next episode, but as always, do remember to leave a like if you liked, and sub if you haven't. I'll catch you next time. Take care, everyone.